We're not even gonna talk about the Bryson Tiller shit right now. We're not. There's no reason to talk about it. You gave your opinions. And I was like, hey, stop. I'm not about to make you talk about it again for the clip. But here's what I usually do.
No, I didn't give my opinion. I didn't even.
You literally just. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, here's what
I don't have an opinion.
I know, bro.
That's what it is. That was like the most mid of mid music. It was for the Richies of the world, for the people that just want to vibe. And I gave my one word review, which was it was a vibe. I mean, there's now more criticism I can give.
But I do think there's a conversation to be had about that. Here's this before now. I'm up at this time. I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
I'm wide awake. Like I do think.
I know you're.
I think there's an idea to be given about music being about judging music for what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we judged the JIT album so harshly because we could tell the JIT album wanted to do more. Right, the JIT album, it was striving to do more, and it missed the mark on a lot of that. But with an album like with an album like the Bryson Tiller album, where you can tell he just like, how do I make the most background music, nail salon tech music of all time? He achieved that 1000%. Like I don't think as far as that kind of style, yeah.
There you go.
As far as that kind of style, I don't think there's been a better album this year to sound like that. Just like besides for not even it's not even better than fucking the Drake album this year, right?
What, you think this is better than the Drake album?
In sense of what it strived to do, right? What is the goal of the album? If the goal of the album is to create a vibe, if the goal of the album is to, hey, turn this on in the background and to kick back, let it rock, let it play, and you can play this album for the whole time and not have to touch the aux. If that's the goal, this album does that. Sexy songs for you and most Drake albums, because Drake attempts to do so much and goes all over the place. Right. There's more skips, so like I can't play this right now. This can't come on. We gotta turn this shit off. I'm not listening to that right now. But this album, front to back, like I was the most locked in. Like I wasn't locked in on the music, but I was just like, It was
vibe, and I get it.
It was the most inoffensive vibe music I've ever heard in my life, and I think if that's how we're judging it, it's the best album of that ilk to come out this year. Especially, I think it's good to say that because next we're going to listen to the Gunna album, and I think the Gunna album is going to try to do the same thing but way worse. Because I've been transferred that by like 15,
20. No, it was short. It's like 13, I believe. 13 tracks.
It was 13 tracks.
12.
Yeah, it's 12 tracks, and that's the B side of it. So the first half is gonna be another 12. So it's two different albums, but 12 tracks from the second half, right? Bro, that Gunna album is about to be 26 records. 26 records of trying to achieve the same vibe, but it's too much. I think that's the conversation that needs to be had here about what is vibe music and how do you produce it, and how do you produce it, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I mean, you make a good point in that this is probably the best version of this because it comes prepackaged as its own playlist. Mm-hmm. I hear you. You don't gotta do shit to this. You don't gotta create your own playlist. I guess you just was given one, because that's my only argument I would say against the Bryson Tiller album is like you could play this whole album, or you could add the songs that you like into a playlist that achieve this, but it's like a 10-hour long version of this album. That is because ultimately vibe music is kind of playlist music in many ways, right?
Yeah.
So and people create the playlist already, but if the way you're looking at it is like this whole album you can play it front to back, I can't argue with this. It doesn't leave its vibe that it curates. I agree with that. It there's no attempting anything other than what it does, and it's short, 12 songs. About 30 minutes, you can keep it on loop. You're right about that. I can't argue with that.
One of the main critiques I have of music today is that artists aren't doing enough curation inside the album process. Like there may be so many songs. I'm like, you could have cut this one, you could have cut this one, could have cut that one. You listen to albums today, there'll be like 26 records. Like I know, in my opinion, an album that had his issue a lot was I Am Music early this year. It's like he could have cut that shit by like 10 to 12 songs. It would have been a better album. A lot of the songs sounds like he was attempting to do the same thing and both of them made it. Bryson Tiller doesn't do that. So I'm giving him points for curating the playlist. Like that, I'm giving him points for curation. I'm not giving.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, no, you're right. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was saying, I think you're right. Yeah.
I'm not giving him points for anything other than curating. Like we're being honest. We're judging the album for what it is. Somebody said it's like when an A stew and get a C, that C means more versus when the A stew and get a, it's versus like somebody said in chat that it's like when a C student gets an A versus when an A student gets a C. It's about expectations. It's about,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I think you're right, and there's definitely, like you said, there is a bigger conversation that we are having. But I guess but that's what I think is fascinating about vibe music is that like you're kind of you want your audience to turn your brain off, and that's kind of what I did. I mean, I saved like there was 5 songs that I actually liked of the 12-track album, and so I'm like, okay, there's 5 songs I can save again, add to my playlist, and move on. So I don't think and I do think that's how most people are going to engage. Except I think you're right that most people are going to like all of it because it does that vibe perfectly, as opposed to me who only liked a few tracks off it. But even so I mean, you're not wrong. But that's why in my head I'm like, 5 of these songs that realistically I'll come back to, I can move on forever, you know. But I mean, you're right. There is a bigger conversation.
For you clipping this, I'm clipping this. I'm recording this. We'll see. I don't know. I think that I five seems low for such a for a 12-track album. We're judging it based off like the percentage of the album you liked. If you don't like 5 or 12, that you like less than half the album. And I think to you'd be like, I didn't like this album. But to me, like I said, I don't think this album's not. I'm not taking songs out of this album and putting them to a playlist. This whole album is getting added to a playlist. This whole album will be added just like the whole thing into a playlist and just let it rock. And when that section come on, I'm letting it rock. Like, and I do think that like nobody else is doing that inside the vibe. And I'm telling you, vibe music is a real thing, and I hate when hip hop heads or like hip hop purists don't talk about it like it is, because it is thing, and that's most of the music that we're getting today. But I do think that the fact that we got a vibes music album that was highly curated and highly to the point should be celebrated. It should be celebrated and should be talked about it like that. Honestly.
Yeah, that's true. I will also say for comparison, I couldn't tell you what the other vibe albums were that dropped this year because I don't necessarily listen to these artists, right? So realistically, I couldn't tell you what's the better version of this. But you're right that the curation thing doesn't happen. I would say an artist that does vibe music currently is Low Shimmy. Mm-hmm. He dropped a fucking like 26-track album. I mean, like this is getting ridiculous. So I think you are right in that, like, if we are gonna get these types of albums, we should celebrate the ones that are precise.
Yes,
you're 100% correct about that, because a lot of these are bloated. You're right. That's a good point.
I mean, I agree. I know you click Farmer during chat, and I said like, yo, imagine the Huz, but that's real shit. We got Imagine the Huz. Yeah, Imagine the Huz. The Huz gonna love this. I think.
By the way, this is I agree. I think if anything, the way I'm listening to it currently is the worst way to listen to it. Mm-hmm. So I can't even give you if we want to take it there, I can't even give you an accurate like critique of it, because this is not the intended way to listen to this album. It would be the way you say. So, you know, until I experience it, you know, if they play it somewhere, if I go out ever with you or Kyle, and I can tell you right now, I'll hear it.
I can tell you right now, this album about to go triple platinum in a few weeks when the college kids get back to school.
It is around that time, isn't it?
When the college kids get back on campus, this album about to go triple platinum in dorm rooms. This is a triple platinum dorm room album. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, bro. This shit.
Yeah.
Every single 20 to 23-year-old college age motherfucker, you know, they about to run this shit into the ground inside their dorm room, inside their college apartments, because it's exactly the vibe they want to curate. It's harmless. Like, as I listen to Bryson Tiller raps, like, it really is like the most toothless trap rapper I've ever heard in my life. But it's toothless on purpose. It's really toothless on purpose. Like, most of it is captions and vague disses to vague ops. Like, really.
Shit that you can kind of rap along to when you yourself don't have ops, so you want to feel like you got ops in the club.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's the most toothless thing we could have got tonight. But I like this album. Like we said in the last one, I don't like giving number or letter grades, but I do think it was a vibe. I think. Here's the vibe.
Listen, we came around to the same conclusion. I would also agree that the only way to judge this is a vibe, but it's a controlled vibes. It's controlled vibes. Yeah, you know, it's curated vibes.
Vibes.
The artists that do vibes don't even curate anymore. So that's a good point. It's like, at least do that part. If you're gonna do anything, fucking don't bloat it.
Yeah, curate the fucking vibes.